I feel honored today to be asked to say a few words about Alan White before Downtown Joe introduces the tribute show. And I'm also delighted that we have Alan White Gigi with us today. She's right over here to my right. Let's give her a hand. And I also want to call out one more person, and that's Mr. David Harris. David, where are you? David has been producing these shows for Salmon Days for 39 years. So as I'm sure most of you know, Alan had a storied life as a professional musician, being a world-class drummer and playing not only with a supergroup, yes, but with many of the world's greatest artists like John Lennon and George Harrison and many, many more. And not forgetting, Alan was an inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Alan and his wife Gigi and family arrived in the Seattle area some 30 years ago, moving here from Los Angeles area. I understand Gigi and Alan met in England while he was there with Yes. Gigi came from Seattle, which brought them back here to live. Shortly after arriving in Seattle, Alan met our Salmon Days entertainment chair, David Harris, and they became friends, which led to Alan attending and supporting Salmon Days for over 25 years. Alan would sit in as guest and play drums with so many of our Salmon Days bands, all to the delight of the bands and other festival attendees. Recognizing his support, Alan was named Grand Marshal of a recent Salmon Days parade, something he was always proud to talk about. So thank you, Alan, from all of us at the Salmon Days Festival Committee and all your friends and festival attendees here today. Now I'd like to hand things over to Downtown Joe, another longtime friend of Alan and Gigi. Joe, you may remember, was a key part of the Bob Rivers morning show, along with Spike O'Neill on KGR Radio. Take it away, Joe.
Thank you, Alan, and a big hand for Alan. He puts on this whole thing, and I mean this whole thing, so thank you so much. My name is Joe Bryant. I am now the broadcast media instructor for KMIH 88.9 The Bridge, music and conversation that spans generations. Check it out if you get a chance. You'll hear a lot of yes on our little radio station there at Mercer Island High. You know, Alan White was a rock star. He was a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. He played on the most iconic song of the 20th century, Imagine by John Lennon. But what Alan was to me and so many people here was a friend, a neighbor, and somebody always willing to lend his star, to lend his talent, to lend his time to organizations. As Alan mentioned, he played here on Salmon Days when he wasn't out on tour. It's fitting that Alan played in the band Yes, because that's what he and Gigi would always say if you asked them to do something in the community. Alan mentored my radio students at Mercer Island High and spent many hours interviewing and telling them, what to do. And he's just a very special man, so I'm really honored to be here. Through Music Matters, Alan and Gigi helped draft and pass legislation that enabled you to purchase license plates here in the state of Washington, with all the proceeds going to public schools. That's the kind of stuff Alan did. Now, his passing is a huge loss to all of us, but he will always be remembered because he leaves behind a musical legacy that is really unparalleled. And he's one of the true greats. He's a musician's musician, but what he was a great man, so kind, so generous, and just such a nice person. We'll all miss him. And I want to introduce you to Alan's other band, the band that he formed right here in the Northwest. And they are something else. Would you please welcome and give a big round of applause. Help me get it going. You guys get on the dance floor, enjoy this. Please welcome White and many, many special friends of Alan White. Thank you for coming.